Hey guys, welcome back to iXoft Original, and today is another exciting edition, and we are still on this free antivirus software we are developing. And before we get started, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you won't be missing any upcoming episode on this particular course. Alright guys, so before we get started, if you need a full source code to this project, a complete workable source code, please look in the link description below and you will get access to all the source code of this particular project. Alright, so before we get started, this is what we did on our previous video, and it was really awesome, amazing and interesting. Right guys, okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to build the search screen, meaning the scan center. We're going to build that one, meaning when we click on scan now, it's actually going to help us to locate where the scanning is going to be. That is all we're going to do for today's edition. So how do we get started? Let's go to the custom controls here. Right click on add, then let's say user control. Well, technically this is going to be called CTL scan. Right, so we have this CTL scan, and technically the size is actually going to be the same size as we usually used to do. So I'm just going to say 933 comma, and we're just going to use 566, just like this. And let's not forget, we actually need this same color just as we have here. So just copy that color, come to the scan and just paste it right in here. Awesome. All right, so from the protection here, we need this firewall text. I'm just going to paste it right here, and I'm going to put it right here. So the text I'm going to give to this is actually going to be I'm just going to say scan sender. So it's going to be like scan center. Okay, so from the scan sender here, I'm just going to add another text, and basically that can be anything. So I'm actually going to copy this, and I'll just come back here and I'll just paste this here. So now putting this here, I can actually write anything I want to write, and since I already have that, I'm actually not going to waste a lot of time in typing everything all again. So you actually have to set it up to anything you want to type, and this is mine. Please go on, please press on the go button to start the scan. So basically this is what I've done so far, and I will need a panel here, right guys? So I'm just going to search for a panel, just a normal panel. Then I bring the panel here. Well, technically this panel is going to be an orange color. I'm just going to set it up to an orange color. So I'll just change the color to orange like this, or I'll just say deep orange, maybe any color like orange or any color you want, and I'll just set the size to maybe this. That is actually going to be cool, and I'll just expand this to this level. I believe this is kind of cool. That's cool. So I can actually set this to the center, and I need a list view. So I'm just going to add one list view right in here. And basically what this list view is actually going to be is going to be the list view, which is going to show the file scanned, the threat detected, and then the type of file I am scanning. Right guys? Okay, so basically how can we achieve this goal? Just try and adjust things as you want it to be. All right guys, just adjust things like this. Now let's click on this guy, and we're gonna edit the columns because we're gonna add 3 columns. So I have 3 columns here. So the first column is actually not going to be column 1. The heading is not going to be column 1, but it's going to be file scanned, and this is going to show the file we have scanned so far. And the second one is going to be the type of file we have scanned, either a PDF, either a PNG, I mean either an exe. I mean, we're just going to show the type of file we have scanned. And the last one is going to be the status. Basically this status is actually going to show that, oh, okay, with this file, it is clean, or with this file it is not clean. So before we do this, we're just going to set the grid lines to true, right? We just want to show grid lines. So let's see from here. You see we have grid line here. Just set it up to true. And now let's set the view from list to details. There you go. So technically we have to go to the edit column again. Just bring this here. So with the first column, we have the width. Let's set the width to maybe 200. You see 200 is way somehow good. Let's make it 300. That's good. And let's make this 200. That's really, let's make it like 180, maybe 150. And let's make this also 150. Right, so we can just make this like 170, and we make this also like 170. Great. So let's make this like 160. Just make it looks great. That's all. Right, so since we have this, click on OK, and there you go. We have this very nice list. Now, the list is not the only thing we actually need here. We've got to need some things which it will be quite really necessary for us to work with, and that is actually going to be a progress bar. Well, technically I need two progress bar. I added two progress bar for the main project I did, so I'm actually going to add two progress bar. So the first one is going to be one down here, which of course I'm going to expand it a little bit, just make it like this, and expand it to the tail of it like that. And let's bring another one like that, and this is going to be a very small one, so I'm just going to put it like this and just put this here. Awesome. So since we have this, we are good to go. Now we need some certain button here, like a picture view or anything sort of that. So I'm just going to copy this guy, come to the scan view and paste it right here, right? So I'm just going to change the image. So I'm just going to go here, choose image, and if you have the image already in here, you can actually search for the image. If you have it, you are good to go. But if you don't have it, I've given you a link in the description to download it, or you can just go to Photoshop and you can get one for yourself. I mean, you can build one for yourself. So I'm just going to take this guy BGG right here, click on OK, and I have this right here. So technically I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger, then I'm copying and pasting it one more time, making this 2 times. Well, I would like to set this to this side like this, and just decrease this to be like this. Let's just position this back here. Just let it be as how you want it to be, and that is going to be awesome. So here is going to be a red button. So I'm just going to search for the red one like that, click on OK, and there you go. So technically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this guy and paste it one more time like this, and I'm going to change this text to files scanned. So that is actually going to show the files, the number of files I have scanned so far. So I'm just going to push it a little way back up and copy and paste the same thing, and this is going to be like threat detected, right? Or let's say detected threats, something like this is kind of cool. So after we have this, we actually have to get a figure in here. So I'm just going to copy and paste one more time, bring it here, and this time I'm just going to say, maybe if I have a figure like 200, or let's say 1000, how's it going to be? This is how it's going to be. So I'm actually going to set the font size to maybe 15 or maybe 20. Think, oh come on, got to be kidding me. Think 20 is good. So I will set the background color to be transparent, since I need a transparent background, or I can just set it up to a red color. So let's go to the transparent. Let's set it up to red, and that is good. And also we have something called the auto size. Let's set it to false so that we can manually set the width and the height of this. Right, great. So this is really awesome. So let's just push this way back up here. And also with the text align, we see we have something called a text align. That is actually aligning the text either in the middle or to the right or to the left. Let's set it up to the center. And by default value, let's set this to 0 since we are done with the setup. So I'm actually going to copy this guy, come here, and then paste it right in here. And remember, this color, we already have our JC color picker, and you can technically see we have this color right here. So I'm just going to pick the color, and that is this color. So I'm just going to click on copy, click on this, and I'm going to paste it just like this. Awesome. So since I have this, I guess I'm good to go. So let's just squeeze this a little bit, and let's go to the close design. We need these kind of guys. So I'm just going to copy one of these, or let's say I copy this close guy, and I'm going to paste it here. So this is actually going to be this side, and that is actually going to be stop. So I'll just change the text to stop. Yeah, and I would like to set the border style, the flat style, from pop to flat, just like this. And I'm going to copy and paste it one more time, put it here. And this is actually going to be a blue, but this time it's not going to be this kind of blue, but it's going to be a Dodge blue. And the text of this, I'm just going to set the text to hide, just like this, right? Awesome. So since I have this, I guess I'm good to go. So I'm going to save this, and since I have a button right here, I'm just going to go to the from one, I copy one of these, and I'll just come here, then I paste it out here. So I'll just put it here. There you go. You see we have this. So I'm just going to change the icon to scan. You know, we have a lot of icon here, so definitely we should get the scan icon of what we want, and this is what I want. So I'm just going to change this here, and the text is going to be from protection to smart scan, just like this. So I'm going to copy this and paste it 2 times, just right here. Awesome. So just like this. Okay, then I will just choose another one, and I'm actually going to set this to a different guy. I guess I have that one already in here, so I don't need to I actually don't need to stress myself a lot, because I guess I have it right here. Yeah, that is the computer. So I'm just gonna click on this, and this is going to be the search, of course. So let's see, I think this is the search. Great. So this is going to be a custom scan, I guess. So just gonna say other scan, and this is going to be deep scan. Okay, so since we have this, I guess we are good to go. So we have to add 2 more things, and one is going to be a label to show the last file we scanned, and a label to show the directory that the kind of directory we have scanned so far. So I'm going to copy this, and I'll just put this here, and I'll change this color to be orange. Oh, sorry, not the back color, but the fore color instead. So deep orange. Oh, great. So let's say orange. Great. So this guy is going to be changed to last directory scanned. Okay, so this is actually going to show the last directory scanned. I'm going to copy and paste this one more time, and by default I'll set this directory to the C directory by default. Right, guys, I'll just set it to the C directory by default. and I will set the auto size of this to be false, and I will just expand it to be this way. So this is what I have actually done so far, and I guess it's time for us to do some renaming, right? So the first thing is going to be is I'm going to call this LBL total. So change it LBL total, and I'm just going to call this LBL virus. Well, that is actually going to list the virus file. So LBL virus. Awesome. And also, not that only, but we have to rename this guy to LBL last, because technically that is going to show us the last directory we have scanned. Okay, so we just have to give these so this is going to be btn smart scan, and this is going to be btn deep scan. So btn deep scan, and this is going to be btn all this, just like this, not something really fancy. Yeah, so I think we have to, I mean, we are good to go, and yeah, we will be working on them when it comes to working out with some other stuffs and all those kind of things. So how can we add this to our main form right here? This is very simple. Let's go back to the scan, and we're just going to go to the build and say build solution. Well, what this actually does is it recreates the solution so that it can become a control. Then we will be able to get access to that in our main form here. So you see we have CTL scan here, so just drag and drop that here, and there you go, we have it just right here. So technically we have to do some little adjustment because this is not suiting up to the size of what we need. So just click on this, copy this size, and let's come back to the scan. This is way big, so let's just paste this here. You see, it just resized everything for us, right guys? So this is very simple. Let's just take this down like that, and this also has to be like this. Let's just push this way like that, and yeah, do some little modification according to your expectations, and trust me, you will be good to go. So with these guys, I'll just highlight all of them and then just put them right here. I think they are really good. So yeah, so one more thing, I have to adjust this guy. So I'll just edit the type, or come on, edit the columns. So this guy, let's make it like 100. Yeah, I think 100. Yeah, then let's make this 100 as well. So how is it going to be? Okay, so let's make it like 110, and let's make this 110. Okay, that is great. Awesome. So this is what we done. Now, to let it reflect, you just have to go to build again. Just make sure you have a successful build here, and let's go to the main form one, and now let's drag and drop it again, and boom, there you go. It fits up to what we are expecting, or it fits out up to our expectation. So let's just send this to back, and I'm gonna save this whole project. And since I have everything under all functions from the scan, I mean from the CTL home here, whenever I click on these guys, I want to show that. So I double click on this, and I'm going to say that with, I'll just say form 1.ctl scan dot bring to front, like that. Oh, yeah. I guess we have to work things out because we will be working out in a different way. So let's just undo this. Let's keep the initial size. Sorry, because I would like for it to cover the whole thing, right? So I would like for it to cover the whole thing. So let's just build it again. Sorry for that. I'm very, very sorry. I really apologize for that. So let's just keep the size to the default size we did. Actually, we would like for it to cover this whole screen. So from the home screen, let's double click on this. We have this should be bring to front, and let's do the same thing for this as well, and the same thing for this as well. And okay, so I believe we are good to go, right? Okay, so let's see. Yeah, we are good to go. So now let's rebuild the whole thing again, and let's go to the form one, and let's bring this forward, and let's just fill it up to be the whole thing, and let's just expand this like that. There you go, you see. So all we're gonna do is we're just gonna bring this to the top, or we just bring this to the front. So this is how we actually want it to be, right? But I will guess I have to make it this way, something like this. I think this is kind of cool. So I'll just save this, and then I'll send this to the back. So whenever we click on any of this, that is gonna show, right? So let's put this into practice, and let's see how it's actually gonna work. Right, so we have this. When I click on this, there you go. That looks awesome, and this is fully controllable as well. So we have these guys. They are really cool now, right? They are really cool. So we just want to click on this hide so that it sends back. So how can we do that? Basically, it's very simple. Let's go to the scan and double click on this hide, and we're just going to say we paste the same code, but we just say send to back. There you go. So just save everything, and let's start it one more time, and let's see how it actually gonna work. Right, so we have this scan, hide, scan, hide, scan, hide. Awesome. This is really good, right guys? This is really good. So I believe you are really learning a lot, and I really appreciate this a lot. If you know you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you won't be missing any episode concerning this project. And also, if you need a full source code to this project, if you feel like you need a complete source code, workable source code, the link is being given to you in the description. You can go there and you grab it. All right, so before I go, please, I will still say this. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name still remains Ikesoft Original, and until then, have a nice day. And Ikesoft Original is out. Adios.